One, two, three, go. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Afro Crypto channel. Today, I'm going to talk about a few things that I believe everyone who's like interested in cryptocurrencies and um, investing in cryptocurrencies should know about Bitcoin. So, people ask me all the time, what is so special about Bitcoin? Why do you think Bitcoin is a thing, and like why is everybody so interested in Bitcoin these days? I believe that close to 95% or maybe 99%, I don't know, like 99% of all people that are in the cryptocurrency space right now uh, are there to they're just speculating. People that are buying Bitcoin right now are just speculating, and they don't know what Bitcoin really is and why Bitcoin is very important. So this is going to be like a very short video to like explain to you what Bitcoin is and why Bitcoin is very important. So think about Bitcoin as like a technology that was developed to help people be able to transact without a middleman. Right now, if you have like a credit card and your credit card obviously has money and it was issued by a bank, if you go to a store, and say you want to buy a bottle of Coca-Cola and you like swipe your card. When you swipe your card, the transaction takes 2 days to go through. So if you go to say an application, or if you're able to log into your bank account online, you'll see that this particular transaction for a bottle of Coca-Cola is pending. Say the bottle costs like $2 or something, is pending. Then after 2 days, the transaction will post and they will deduct the money for Coca-Cola from your account and they'll pay the merchant that you got the Coca-Cola from. There's nothing wrong with that. The problem is because there has to be someone in the middle. Now, the merchant, between you and the merchant, there has to be a bank that says, okay, you bought this bottle of Coca-Cola from your account, which had $20, and then you're sending this money to this account of this merchant. This guy in the middle introduces, first of all, slows down the like overall interaction between you and the merchant, so it takes the merchant longer time to get the money, and also because the bankers have to get paid, it introduces a cost in between, so it makes the overall cost expensive. Now, as someone will ask me, okay, so the soda is $2, I pay $2, I don't see that cost. Like, as a consumer, I don't think you see that cost directly, but the merchant, say, I think last time I checked for Visa credit cards, the merchant has to pay 2%, 2 to 3% of the transaction. So if something costs $1, then 3% is like 3 cents. 3 cents of that transaction. Instead of those 3 cents going to the guy that's selling you Coca-Cola, this money goes to the bank or Visa for like helping them process that transaction. So Bitcoin introduced a system whereby you won't need someone in between to be able to help you process transactions. If I come to you and say, okay, I'm buying these crypto kitties for $2, I swipe my card, the money goes directly to your account. There's no one in between. Now, the, it also like introduced something called like a blockchain. So blockchain is the technology behind Bitcoin. And what is a blockchain? So think of blockchain as an Excel spreadsheet. Now let's say I have like an Excel spreadsheet on my computer, and this spreadsheet has like I'll open up a sample spreadsheet. Okay, let's say I have this spreadsheet right now on my computer, right? Like you can see it has dates, blah, blah, coins, and like all these crazy numbers. And so this spreadsheet, I have a copy of this spreadsheet on my computer. Now, for Bitcoin, the difference is everybody that everybody that's like interacting with this platform, the Bitcoin platform, has a copy of the same number of transactions that I say I have how many I have 14 transactions. Now everyone on everyone who's like interacting with Bitcoin will also have for a copy of 14 transactions in their ledger. That means that if I wake up and if we have like 10,000 people that have the same copy of this Excel spreadsheet that has 10 transactions, if I wake up and say, give myself, think of these transactions as accounts and say my account, which is transaction number one, I give it 20 Bitcoins. Um, those 20 Bitcoins have to be verified by all the other 10,000 accounts that have a copy of the ledger. If all that 10,000 can't see where I got the Bitcoins from, then they'll reject that I have 10 Bitcoins. So that keeps the system sane, and that helps keep the system secure, because I can't like magically come and create money out of thin air and like give myself money that I don't have. Now, why is this important? It is important because we all of a sudden don't need a bank to have, because right now if you have a bank account, say in a Bank of America, Bank of America has a database that has like your account, my account, John's account, everybody's account, and these accounts show the transactions, all the transactions that you've carried out, and how much money you have in your bank account. Now, Bank of America is the only person that has that information, and nobody else has that information. So, if Bank of America woke up one day and decided to say, okay, you don't have $10 in your account, now you have $3, like it's you against them. It's their word against yours, and we both know how this would end. Like if you went to court and say this bank took your money, or like this bank magically decided to like say remove like this cash from your account and like send it to another account. I'm not saying that banks do that, but what I'm saying is that right now Bitcoin gave us a chance to show that everybody can have a copy of the same transactions that happened, so we all know how much everybody has and what transactions everybody has been able to carry through. Like that's like the overall big thing behind Bitcoin. But also Bitcoin has shown that a currency can be created that has nothing to do with the government. Now, before Bitcoin, all the money in the world, all the money that people use to transact with, to like buy goods and services, was banked by government. Let's say the US government has the dollar, the UK has the pound sterling, China has the yuan, I believe, Japan has the yen, Switzerland has the Swiss francs, and so on and so on and so on. So all the money was created by governments, and it was backed by governments. Now, Bitcoin is the first currency that's not created by a central government, that people are using to transact with, to buy goods and services. I think that's huge. Um, I believe that the like system, like the way the system is set up, say in the US right now, President Trump can wake up and say, okay, banks are collapsing, let's print $20 billion and add it to the economy. So like they print $20 billion and add it to the economy. Now when they print an additional $20 billion and throw it in, what that means is that the money that has been in circulation loses value. Let's say, as a figure of speech, let's say there's been like $20 billion in circulation, $20 billion in circulation in the overall economy, and I was able to buy my microphone for $5. Now, if the government decides to print more money, let's say they print another $20 billion and throw it in, it would mean that instead of my microphone costing $5, like before, $5 would be able to buy me less. I would need more money to be able to buy a microphone, because there's too much money in circulation, and because there's too much money in circulation, the value of each particular dollar goes down. Now, with Bitcoin, it has a fixed supply. It's going to be 21 million Bitcoins ever. No one can ever increase the value of the number of Bitcoins that will be created. There's nothing